We'll find out by June if the odds-on favorite to win the Stanley Cup this year, the Toronto Maple Leafs, will prevail. But in the meantime, Hogtown's beleaguered hockey club will surely win the championship for having the most diverse head office in pro hockey. In the off-season, diversity, apparently for the sake of diversity, found its way to the front office of the Toronto Maple Leafs. That's because the club hired Hayley Wickenheiser as the team's assistant director of player development. Wickenheiser was a star female hockey player competing for more than 2 decades on Canada's national teams. And if she indeed has the qualifications to serve as an executive in the Leafs front office, I have no problem with a woman being there. As always, I am beholden to the prime directive of merit when it comes to hiring for any position. But the question beckons, is Wickenheiser there due to a PR stunt? Kind of like when the Tampa Bay Lightning invited Manon Rhéaume to try out for their club in 1992. A female gumper resulted in tons of press coverage for a hockey team forever in the shadow of other sports teams based in Florida, even though Manon never stood a snowball's chance in Hades of making the club. Anyway, among today's progressives, some of whom are apparently even writing for the sports section of newspapers, the idea of having a diverse front office in pro hockey seems to be crucially important for whatever reason. For example, last weekend in the Toronto Sun, of all places, there was an extensive Q&A with rookie Leafs general manager Kyle Dubas. It was one of those typical who's on first stories you see just as the regular season is about to kick off. Yet, check out this query, which is downright out of left field if you ask me. Question: in looking at your hiring of Hayley Wickenheiser in player development and similar moves, are you trying hard to be a 21st century team staying in tune with changes in society? And Dubas says, quote, "We want to hire the best people regardless of their background, gender, sexual orientation, or race," end quote. Now, if Dubas stopped talking there, that would be a most appropriate answer, but he goes on, quote, "The more diverse they are," going back to the player side of things, "then the more diverse the opinions in your group come from. Bring it together the right way, and it's only going to help your team," end quote. Really? Now, if Hayley Wickenheiser had the very best credentials of all hockey people currently looking to get a job in a front office of an NHL team, then good for her. But if she was promoted over others simply due to her sex, that's wrong. And it actually does Wickenheiser herself a disservice in that it makes her hiring a token appointment. In the meantime, wouldn't it be great if this hockey team got its priorities in order? Which is to say, I think if you polled Leaf fans, be they male or female, black or white, straight or gay, Christian or Muslim, I'll bet you a donut all of them would say they could not care less about the Leafs having a diverse front office. What they do care about is this franchise winning a Stanley Cup, something that was last accomplished when the Beatles were still recording tunes. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.